Dear Diary, I can't believe it has been almost 3 years since we left America behind. I can still feel the hot, humid heat when we stepped off the airplane into uncharted territory. I am really glad Kim gave me this book to keep a record of our journey. Our lives will never be the same.
Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode of Nice Corner. And before we go any further, please like, comment, and subscribe if you like the content thus far, if you are pleased with what you've seen, even though technically this is my first video. So basically it would be my introduction video, and hopefully you've seen that as well. Basically that's covering what Nice Corner is going to be about, what my channel is going to be about, different topics, different things to expect on this channel. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please do. But this episode is going to be about my mother and I's transition here to Ghana, to Accra. So stay tuned. Okay, so I want to do this video just to be an encouragement to my brothers and sisters out there who are looking to transition to the continent or maybe anywhere around the world, who are currently residing in America or Europe or wherever you're residing, and the Most High is putting it upon your heart to move. And you may feel a fear or apprehension of how you're going to make it happen, how you're going to move your family, how you're going to even make it in a totally different country. I just wanted to be that encouragement to you, that indeed if the Most High has placed upon your heart, or you feel led for some reason to leave or to relocate, there will definitely be provisions made for you. Just a disclaimer out there, anybody who the Most High hasn't spoke to or you feel comfortable where you're at, I understand that. I'm not judging or anything like that. That's wonderful. I'm speaking of the people who felt that and that feel that it's time for them to leave. He will make provisions for you. He will work it out for you to transition. And he's got your back no matter what. Wherever you're at in the world, he has got your back. So I just want to be that encouragement today for you guys. So it all started back in about 2014, 2015. My mom, she came to me and she told me that the Most High was dealing with her in terms of relocating. And before, we come from Southern California, a place called the Antelope Valley to be exact. So shout out to anybody from the Antelope Valley. I'm a Palmdale girl, a high desert girl. So we were there. And she came to me and she was like, I feel that the Most High is putting it upon my heart for me to leave. And I was like, really? Are you sure that you got it right? Even my mom was kind of like taken aback, like, are you sure, Lord? This is what you have told me to do? We were caring for my grandmother for almost 8 years, and she was a dementia Alzheimer's patient. So we were like, is this exactly what you want for us to do? And I was totally taken aback. I was used to my quote-unquote cushy life in America, and I never pictured moving to another country. We were thinking about maybe moving down south somewhere, but never ever out of the country. And he dropped in her spirit, the Most High told her Ghana. So I even went in prayer. I was like, should I go with her? Should I not go with her? And the Most High told me, no, you're supposed to go with her. You're supposed to kind of be that support for her. So I was like, okay, Lord, are you sure? I was pondering at night, kind of like, oh my gosh. So we decided that was what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to leave California. So fast forward, my grandmother, she passed away in 2017, and when she made that transition, we knew that it was time for us to go. So in 1 month, we packed up everything that we had, and just all we took was our personal belongings, and we left. And when our family, our friends, they were like, whoa, are you serious? Do you really want to make that big move? And even coworkers that I worked with, because I was a receptionist at a Chevrolet dealership, they were like, Nigeria, why are you sure your mom want to do this? Because it's bad over there. It's war torn. There's poverty. Because I mean, in the media, they present us a whole crazy idea of the continent of Africa as a whole. There's nothing there. There's poverty. All you see is just really the negatives of Africa. And so I was kind of like, I was even playing into that, like, oh, what are we stepping off into? And our family and friends, they were trying to support us, but in the back of their mind, they were kind of like, okay, are you sure that you want to make this transition? You don't know anybody. We didn't know anyone. So we were really stepping out on faith like never before. I mean, it was like crazy faith. We didn't come here with a lot of money. We came here with just enough, and we were, of course, it was an exciting time, but it was also a scary time as well, because we were like, what are we stepping off into?
Hey everybody, this is our last night here in America, in California. We're getting ready to fly out to Ghana tomorrow. Our flight leaves at 4:40 p.m. We are so excited. I'm nervous because it's going to be my first plane ride. But my mother and I were staying here at our hotel room, and we're just basking in the fact that in the next 24 hours we're going to be in the air. We have a layover in Dubai as well, a 12-hour layover in Dubai, and then we go to Accra in Ghana. So we are so excited. We're excited about this life change, and we're excited about this new experience.
So when we went to LAX, when we approached LAX, I just had like a fear inside of me, like, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to make this transition? And we had some really good friends of ours, pastor friends of ours, that took us to the airport, and it was just a really weird feeling knowing that I'm never going to see that place again, that I'm gone, I'm making this transition. My mother and I have made this transition together, and I was nervous. I was nervous. I was like, I'm used to this life in America. I'm fine. I feel fine. But I knew that that's what the Most High wanted me to do as well.
We're here at LAX at the airport. We're getting ready to board on the flight to Dubai. In
about 3 hours.
About 3 hours.
3 hours. We're going to Dubai. 13-hour flight. Not looking forward to that, but it'll be cool. Then we'll be laying over in Dubai for 12 hours. We get some rest, and then we will on our flight to Accra. That's 5 hours.
5 hours.
So that's not as bad. So we're just sitting here at LAX, watching all the people,
just
and chilling,
just taking it all in.
It's been an experience. We're saying goodbye to America for good, and saying goodbye to Southern California. And it's been a long process, but well worth it. We recommend it to anyone who has the money to do it.
I'm telling you.
Just plan.
Be prepared.
Get prepared. And it's all good.
Bye.
So we got on the plane, and just a shout out to Emirates. Emirates is the best airline you could go on. I mean, they feed you, they treat you good, you have good leg room. I mean, it was a wonderful flight, and it was a long flight. I think it was about 16 hours in all. So that was a long flight, but we had also a layover in Dubai, but I will get to that in a second. So when we got on the plane, and mind you, now this is my first time on a plane. I think I rode on a plane when I was 6 months old, but I don't even count that because I don't even remember it. So, and I have like a fear of heights. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is my first plane ride. Please let it be good. Please let it not be any turbulence. Don't let this plane crash. I was just like all these emotions just running through me all at once. So, so it was a weird feeling as we took off and as we lifted off from LAX. And I was just like, okay, this is it. This is it. We're doing this. We are doing this. So we arrived in Dubai. We had a layover in Dubai for about 12 hours. And oh my gosh, we stayed at the most gorgeous hotel. It was called the La Meridian Hotel. And I mean, in Dubai, they do it up right. Our room was just like, it was really nice. It was really posh. And I was like, okay, all right, I can totally get into the vibe of Dubai. It was just awesome. It really was. And it was an overnight layover for about 12 hours. So we went there. We had, food. They treated us really nice. We were even, taken to the airport in a Mercedes-Benz sedan. I really felt like a celebrity. I really felt like a celebrity. It was really nice. So the Dubai airport, really, really nice airport, and we, were seeing all the people, and it was exciting for me because I never traveled before. I was just used to Cali, just living the Cali life. So I was kind of like, okay, this is kind of cool seeing the people in Dubai and everything. And oh my gosh, in Dubai, it is sweltering hot, just to let you know. It is so hot there, it's crazy. But anyway, I digress. So when we got up the next morning, we had our flight to Accra early in the morning, and so we got on the plane. I think it was about 5 hours from Dubai to Accra. And when we arrived in Accra, when we got off the plane, and oh my gosh, I was so tired. We got off the plane, that the humidity just hit us. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so humid here, because being from California, from the Antelope Valley, the high desert, you're more used to a dry heat instead of a wet, humid heat. So if I was maybe from somewhere else in the States, I would have been used to it. But I was like, oh, it is so hot. I know, I'm in Mama Africa now. So, but it was cool. It was cool. We arrived at the airport. And when we arrived, when we went through the terminal and our bags were checked in and everything, my mom met a really, really nice Ghanaian gentleman. His name is David, and he greeted us at the airport. She met him on expat.com shortly before we left, and he just welcomed us with open arms. He was so nice. He was so gracious. He was the first face that we saw at the airport, and that just warms my heart. So I will never forget David for making us feel so welcome, and making us feel that we're not alone, that there are, people here. So we were also greeted by the guy that runs Legacy Gardens that we moved to. His name was Nana Kwame. Shout out to Nana Kwame and Legacy Gardens. Legacy Gardens I would recommend it to anybody who is coming here to visit or is transitioning. It's a really good transitional spot. You feel safe there. They take good care of you. The last time I was there, I don't know if it still has it now, but there's a chef there. They have a store, like a store that you can go to pick up like little knickknacks and little things, and it's a very controlled environment. It would put you in the mind of maybe like an apartment complex, and a lot of expats stay there. So anybody who is looking to go to Legacy Gardens or is looking to transition to Accra, definitely Legacy Gardens I would recommend to anybody. So Nana Kwame, he chauffeured us to his complex, and I have to say, the journey was a very interesting one. It was really cool seeing like the hawkers on the street, because I never saw that before. Being from America, you don't really see that too often. So kind of like seeing where they sell a lot of goods, where they sell things, and hawkers. I never saw that before, so I thought that was pretty cool. I was worried about, I'm like, are they gonna get hit? Because they were right in the middle of the street, so I wasn't used to that. So that was pretty cool. And so we arrived here, and I was just like, it was an adjustment for me. I have to be honest. I was kind of like, okay, none of America. Now we're here in Ghana. And when we arrived at Legacy, it was cool. It was cool when we arrived there, because I was so tired from that flight and from just the excitement and the adrenaline of going through all this. My grandmother, she passed away probably, like I said, in about like 3 weeks 4 weeks. So we were still going through that grief, but immediately after that, we had to make this move. So just getting down from that, packing up, leaving everything, I felt like, and I could probably say my mom did too, just like, oof, you know, finally we can relax. And I remember the first meal that we had was yam and contomere made by the chef there, Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. It was delicious. It was so good, and that was my first Ghanaian dish. So I would say that contomere with yam is very similar to mashed potatoes, and contomere is kind of similar to maybe creamed spinach or collard greens that we're used to in the States. Very good dish. If you haven't tried it yet, please try it. Really good Ghanaian dish. So when we got there, David, he made sure that we were settled in, that we were good. And I remember waking up the next morning, and I just felt so overwhelmed. Like, I can't believe we're here. We probably were preparing for this for about 2-3 years. So it actually being reality, it was crazy. It was a feeling that I will probably never forget. So and I would have to say the Most High, He's been so good in taking care of us. So I just want to, again, to encourage anybody who feels a fear or anything, the Most High will look out for you. He will be there for you. He will stand by you, indeed, if this is something that He's doing. So I hope that all you guys are blessed by this video. And again, please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And there will be a lot